All right, you guys, and we're here for another review of Marriage Boot Camp season 17, episode 2. So let's get right on into it. And what's good, y'all? This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a live review, another live review of Marriage Boot Camp Season 17, episode. What number this is? Episode 2. Episode 2. Now, before we get into the review, I just want to quickly remind you guys that we will be back for Boys Night Out Saturday night at 9, 8 Central, right after Love and Marriage Huntsville. Tune in for myself, Jamar, Josiah, Terrence, and Maddie. We're going to have us a great show tomorrow night. Not tomorrow night, but we're going to have a great show Saturday night, so be on the lookout for that. And soon after Boys Night Out is over, go over to Giving You the Real Tea as he gives you guys a live review on Love and Marriage Huntsville. I'm not necessarily sure when I'm going to go. I'm not necessarily sure if I'm going to go live to talk about that or not, or if I'm going to just pre-record it and put it out that Sunday morning or not, but be on the lookout for both of our reviews of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Okay, so that's the biggest thing coming with this channel tomorrow. Not tomorrow, damn, Saturday. But anyways, anything else that's in regards to this channel, it will be discussed and promoted at the very end of the show, pretty much. Okay, so you guys are here for my live review of Love and Marriage Boot Camp, okay? And we're about to get into it because this season is pretty good, y'all. I couldn't stop looking at the screen. This season is pretty good, and I think I have a whole lot to say about pretty much everybody at this point, even my fave. Because y'all know I don't mince words. Y'all know that I don't give nobody no passes. Really, I always keep it all the way real with you guys, all the way real with the people I'm talking about. Okay, all right, and that's what we do over here. So we're gonna get right on into this shit, real talk. Okay, so we pick up where we left off with K Michelle and Caston from last week, and K Michelle was pretty much saying that she's upset with Caston because he don't want to say that he wants her to be the mother of his child. And me looking at this situation, Kay, girl, I love you. I'm a big fan of yours. But without words, he's telling you to your face that he doesn't want you to be the mother of his child. This silence is golden, okay? Silence is golden pretty much. And he's pretty much looking you in your face, not even answering your questions. He looking you in your face, letting you know that he don't want you to be the mother of his child. He ain't got to say it. It's his actions. His actions is telling you he don't want you to be the mother of none of his kids. And that's fine. And my thing about that is, if he don't want you to be the mother of none of his children, and if that's a deal breaker for you, then you may need to leave the relationship. And on top of that, you already got a son anyway. Your son is like 18, 19 or something like that. You already got a son. And in so many words, I feel like you're trying to have these additional kids to make up for the time that you missed with Chase. And I don't think that that's a good idea. I mean, if you want to have kids, have those kids, but don't have them for another benefit. But some people do want more kids just to have more kids because they want more kids. And Kay Michelle is a Southern girl, so she could be one of those people that want to have a whole church of kids, to be quite honest. But my thing about it is, if Caston is pretty much not ever answering your question when you ask him, do you want me to be, you know what I'm saying, the mother of your child? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, and he ain't saying nothing. That's painfully obvious to me that he don't want you to be the mother of his child. All I'm saying is silence is definitely golden, to be honest. Silence is golden. And he's telling you shit without him even saying it. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm looking at it, and it's like she got all these, plans and expectations and things of that nature. But it seems like all the things that she want, he don't even want it. That's how it comes across to me. All the things that she want, he don't even want it. So I feel like she's so far into her own head that she don't realize that she got to compromise some things. Okay, there may be some things that you want, but then there's some things that he wants too. And the things that he probably want doesn't match up with the things that you want. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you got to sit back and you got to compromise those things. I've been in relationships where I wasn't ready to pretty much compromise with certain things. One of the people that I dated, he wanted kids. I did not want any kids. I don't think that I'm the fatherly type. I don't think that I would be good as a parent. I don't want any kids. I like my freedom. I like to be able to pick up and go whenever I feel like it. Go on a trip whenever I want to. Fly this way, fly over here, fly over there. I don't want kids. But one of the guys that I dated, he wanted kids. And I felt like that was one of the deal breakers for him because he wanted to be a parent and I did not. So how am I supposed to compromise that? I'm standing firm in me not wanting kids. So do I go ahead and have a kid with him just because that's what he wants, but that's not really what I want, and I'm not happy with that because I don't want that burden of being a parent. So what am I supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? What am I supposed to do with that? So, and I've dated men that already got kids, but it's different because they're not my kids. Those were his kids, so I didn't have to deal with him if I didn't want to. Those were his kids, so it was just kind of like, okay, I could deal with this man. He got kids, fine, whatever. But they're not my kids; they're his kids, so I could deal with that. But I didn't want a child of my own. If that lets you know something. And that's most definitely true. She has not asked him what he wanted. She's only focusing on what Kay wants. And it's all about what Kay wants. It's not about what Kay and Caston wants. It's not even about what Kay and Caston wants. It's more so about what Kay wants. Not about what Kay and Caston wants. Not about what Caston wants and what does he need to be fulfilled. But it's all about me and what I want to be fulfilled. It's not about him. And in a relationship, it's not I and us. It's us. It's we. It's what we want. It's what we want to do for us. It's not what I want. It's not what I need. It's not about what I want to do. Fuck the other person. It's about both of y'all. So that's the issue here. You know what I mean? That's really the issue in this situation. And that's the part that she's missing. You're not even trying to see what it is that he wants out of life. It's all about you because you already got your shit planned out, but you also have to make some type of accommodations for the person that you are with. And that's not what you're doing. And those things will push that man away from you because it's like, I gotta cater to her. I gotta feed her ego. I gotta do whatever she wants me to do. But what about the things that I want to do? I gotta fall in line with her standards. I gotta fall in line with the things that she wants. I got to do whatever she wants. But what about the standards that I set for myself? What about the ones that I want? What about the things that I need? Am I gonna be fulfilled? Am I gonna get my needs met? Am I gonna be fulfilled? Is my life gonna be better? Like, do you even know he had plans for his own life? We know what your plans are. You want the picket fence, you want the llama, you want the kids running around, you want the playground in your backyard, you want the garden and shit. We know what you want, but what exactly is it that Caston wants? And that is the issue. We don't know what he wants. It's always K wants this, K wants that. I want a child. I want twins. I want a garden. I want a house. I want a picket fence. I want this. I want that. But Caston never said what Caston wants because he's always banking on what you want. So you kind of emasculate him in a certain way. If that makes any sense. I don't know if y'all agree with that in the chat or not, but you kind of emasculate him in a sense when you do that. You kind of emasculate him. Because at the end of the day, he's following your lead. And he's the man. So he's following your lead. He's not, to me, he doesn't seem as though he's an alpha. It seems like he's a beta. And you're an alpha woman. So with that being said, by you being an alpha woman and him being a beta male, you're going to be the one that takes over. So that's how it comes across. It feels like, and on top of that, y'all been knowing each other since high school. That's someone you've always known. That's someone you always felt like, okay, that's the one. So my question to Kay is, with all the relationships that she's been in, okay, all the relationships she's been in, right? me being a big fan of her and her music and everything else about her, because if you've been following me from the very beginning, y'all already know I've been a fan of K Michelle. I was a fan of K Michelle before Love and Hip Hop and all of that other stuff. So y'all know this already, right? So my question to K Michelle is, after all of these relationships you were in, right? You were in a relationship with Memphis, all right? You was in a relationship with J.R. Smith. You was in a relationship with Lance Stevenson. I think you dated Rocco at some point. You were in a relationship with who else? It was somebody else she dated. You was dating Idris Elba. We all know about that. You know, you dated all these different men, and with some of the men claimed you, but then there were some men that did not claim you, and then there was some men that just treated you like shit. So it's kind of like, okay, because all these men that I dated in the industry didn't treat me well. All these men I dated in the industry did not give me what I need. All these men in the industry treated me like this and they treated me like that. So because they treated me like this and like that, I think that I'm going to go to the safest man possible, and that's Caston, because he's been wanting me for years. Even before I became K Michelle, he wanted me when I was just Kim. So why don't I go over there where he's at and see what to do with that? So did you really want to be with him, or did you want to be with him after you've tried everything else? That's my question to K Michelle. Did you really want to be with Caston, or did you want to be with him after you've tried everything else? I think that's a pretty decent question to ask, in my opinion. I think that's a decent question to ask. Lyrica and A1, they still not talking to each other. They still not acknowledging each other, period. They're not doing none of that. And I think that it's pretty clear where Lyrica stands. Like Bondi Blue said last week on her review. You know what I mean? Like, A1 is stressed. He even looks it. He looks terrible right now. So it's like he's the one that's really worried about this situation. He's trying to make things right with her. He wants to make it work out. But Lyrica looks good. Y'all know I don't see it for Lyrica. I don't feature Lyrica at all. Okay. I don't. But she looks good and she looks happy and healthy. This nigga don't look happy and healthy. So with that being said, she's at a point, to where she really don't give a damn about this relationship, whether it works or not. She's here for the check, pretty much. That's what Lyrica's here for. She's here to get that bag, and that's it. She don't care about making things work out with A1. She don't. She don't care about making things work out with him. Because at the end of the day, she doesn't try, and it's all over her face. It's like, okay, I'm only here for my check. Like, give me my check, give me my money, give me what I need, and we can be up out of here. That's what it comes across to me. She don't care about this relationship. She don't care about making this marriage work. And my thing is, why waste your time and everybody else's time with this situation? You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like I don't know what's really going on here, right? So K Michelle and Gangsta Boo, they sitting on the couch and they talking about Boo's issues with Emmett and his family. And I just feel like Gangsta Boo feels as though it's the family drama for me. Like, I thought I was in a relationship with Emmett. Like, I didn't sign up to be in a relationship with his family members. You know what I'm saying? And I never been in that predicament where I've been in a relationship with a man and I'm dealing with him, his family, the opinions of his family. Because to be honest, I never really got to meet a man's family, only one time. And that is when I was with Brandon. That's the only time I really met somebody's parents. And so it was kind of like, I'm just like, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I've never been in no predicament where people's family members and people's sisters and brothers is getting involved in a relationship. Because number one, I ain't having this shit. Number two, my own mama don't be in my shit. And number three, my own sisters and brothers don't be in my shit. I wish they would be in my shit. So my thing of it is, girl, I get where Gangsta Boo coming from, because I'm dating you. I ain't dating your family members. Why the hell they got so much to say about what we got going on? They shouldn't have nothing to say about anything, to be honest. They should not be talking about what we got going on. They shouldn't be doing none of that shit. Period. They shouldn't be doing any of that. So why they? So I think it's a boundary thing with Gangsta Boo and Emmet. It's a boundary thing that they got going on. Like there's a lot of boundaries that's been crossed in their relationship, and as of right now, I really don't know, but like she said, it's mainly about his family. His family keeps getting involved in stuff, and it ain't got nothing to do with them, and it's their relationship. So I think that's a boundary that Emmett got to set. It really ain't about Gangsta Boo setting it. It's mainly about Emmett putting his family where they need to be at, and that's in their place. Period. Because at the end of the day, like I just said, I'm not here to impress nobody's family. I'm not here to try to make shit be something for your family to be proud of, because I got to be proud of my own damn relationship. I ain't got time to be doing this shit to make y'all feel good. For what? I ain't got to fuck you. I don't want to fuck none of y'all. If I wanted to fuck one of y'all, I would have fucked one of y'all. Okay? So stay on my business. Stay on my bed. Stay off my dick. And don't worry about what I'm doing. That's how I feel about it, period. I never understand why family members get involved in somebody's relationship. Like all the guys that my sister dated, and I ain't like them. I stated my opinion, but I never got involved in a mess. I never spoke on their situation. Never really just sat there and did anything. When she would come to me and talk to me about her about them weak ass men she was dating, I gave my damn opinion and I kept it the fuck moving. Why? Because I had my own damn relationship issues that I had going on in the first damn place before I could sit up here and be all up in somebody else's business. I had to get my own relationship business intact before I could say something to somebody else about their damn relationship. Okay, so that's how I felt about that. Period. Point blank. Period. Point blank. That's how I felt about the situation. So now, you will never catch me be involving myself in nobody's relationship. And what families got to realize is, I'm not dating this man to impress you. Fuck you. I'm here for him, not you. Get your own man in your own relationship, and you think about that. Don't think about me and what I got going on. Okay, sit down, move along, and don't worry about me. Okay. Why are you even in the mix anyway? Why do you got so much to say? Don't you got a man? Don't you got a man? So don't worry about me and mine, okay? I don't give a fuck if that's your cousin, your uncle, your brother. I don't care. You stay out of this, because he my business at this point. He was y'all business, but now he my business. So you stay the fuck up out of it, period. Okay? Sometimes people put their family in their business and then turn around and get mad when they put... Thank you. Thank you. And that's it right there. I could just move on to the next thing, because that's the downfall of putting your family members in your business. Because when you put them in your business and then they have so much to say, then y'all get mad when they have so much to say. But you open that door when you put them in your business. Pira, in the words of King Kang, Pira. All right. So we gonna move on to the next thing. And the next thing is A1 being rich about Lyrica. He basically saying, man, we still not talking. We still not saying nothing to each other. We still not in the best place. We still not really rocking with each other like that. Like we ain't doing none of that right now. Like it's just it's just what it is. Like we not doing it right now. Like there's nothing going on with us right now. And I feel like A1 really wants things to work out with Lyrica, but he wants to do it on his terms. And see, it's not gonna work that way. You can't tell nobody how you want things to work out, but you don't want to compromise. It's like you got love for her, but your sex drive overpowers the love that you got for her. So because you ain't getting none, you can't be faithful. That's what you got a hand for. That's what you got hands and lube and petroleum jelly for. Some of us have toys. So there's a way to get your block knocked off without having to cheat on somebody. I knock my own block off before I have to cheat on somebody. Period. And that's just how I feel about it. So A1 girl, and I do mean girl, blah. Okay. So next up is the rap battle. Now I was excited about this because we got we have four musicians up here. We got K Michelle, we got Gangsta Boo, we got Lyrica and A1. Like we have these Oh, I forgot Mariah Lynn. I be forgetting that she raps, child. But we have all these musicians up here that writes their own lyrics and stuff, right? So I was excited about this. So when I seen Gangsta Boo get up there, I enjoyed her rap and I enjoyed Emmett's rap too. And I think this was all about the resentment that they feel for one another, pretty much. That's pretty much what it was. And her whole resentment about him is the fact that his family don't put no respect on her name. And his whole thing is the communication thing because she doesn't listen when he talks, she over talks. So that's what that was. Then you got K Michelle and Caston. Now K Michelle went in on her rap. She was going in on her rap, which I expected her to do. She went in on her rap. Now, what was really funny about this was I saw people on Twitter talking about K Michelle up here rapping like this. She need to be. I'm ready for the rap album. I'm looking at it like, girl, what? Do you not realize that K Michelle been rapping? Like, I know that some of y'all not fans of hers like that and things of that nature, but it's kind of like, girl, like, you are you serious? Like, you didn't know that she was rapping. All you gotta do is listen to her third and fourth album. Okay, she was rapping on that, and she got a whole damn rap song called "Mindful." Okay, it's a video for it. Go look it up on YouTube. It's called "Mindful." She been rapping, and that was good. Like she ripped it. And Caston's rap wasn't so bad for a dentist either. So that was good. And then Mariah and Rich they came up. Now Rich didn't have no rhythm. He was not on beat or nothing like that. So that's what made it funny. But Mariah Lynn actually went in on her rap too because she felt this shit. Lyrica and A1, their raps was good as well because they are songwriters, so I didn't expect anything else. But A1's rap was very sweet and it tugged at a few heartstrings, I believe. And the only heartstrings it didn't tug at was Lyrica's because she was not here for it. All she said was, "It was nice. It was nice," but that's it. It was nice, like. And I'm just like, this bitch is over it. She could care less about this relationship, going in a different direction. She could care less. She is over it, child. Okay? Over it. So at this point, everybody's mentally exhausted. Everybody's in their bedrooms, not really doing nothing, not really mixing and mingling with everybody. They just in their rooms and shit. And Lee and Tola ain't here for it because they want them to be out there mixing and mingling with people. They want y'all. They want them to be out there, talking to each other about the issues that they got going on and stuff like that. So it's time for the heat. Gangsta Boo and Emmet talked about their resentment. They had to eat a pepper and shit like that. They got resentment because of the fact that the family's involved. Emmet feels emasculated. Caston doesn't meet K Michelle's standards, and K Michelle says that he doesn't try. How can he try? He'll never meet up to your standards. And that's just the honest to God truth. He'll never meet up to your standards because you got so many standards. And I feel like you have so many standards because of the men that you dated in the past. And I feel like a lot of the times when you say I dated rappers, I dated basketball players, I dated this, I dated that. And it's like, I don't know why you keep bringing up the fact that you dated those type of men. Because guess what? You dated those type of men and they did you fucking dirty. Like, did you dirty? Like, your first album was all about J.R. Smith, got me through a breakup. Your second album was all about Idris Elba, got me through a breakup. So it's kind of like, are you setting your standards up higher because of the shit that you went through prior? And are you making Caston pay for the things that Idris did, for the things that Lance did, for the things that Bobby Mays did, for the things that JR did, for the things that, all these other guys that you were with, Memphis did, like all this other stuff. Are you doing this? Are you making your standards higher only because of the fact that you went through the shit that you went through already? That's just my question. That's not me being funny. That ain't even me being shady. I'm really asking an honest to God question. Are you doing this simply because of the fact that you have gone through a lot of things in your life in regards to relationships that you're now setting your standards to a level that is unbelievable to break down. And that's how it's coming across to me. It's coming across like you setting your standards up so damn high that can't nobody reach those standards. And I'm not saying that you don't need to have no standards. Everybody should have some kind of standards. Me personally, I won't say that I don't have standards, but I try to meet people where they are because people got to meet me where I'm at. I want somebody to meet me where I'm at. I'm not perfect and I don't have it all together. So if you're looking for somebody who is perfect and they got it all together, then you're looking at the wrong person because that ain't me. That ain't it. That ain't me. I don't have it all together. And that's just me being real. I ain't got it all together. So that's just what it is. I ain't got it all together. Period. I don't. I ain't got it all together. And I don't ever pretend to. That's the thing. I never pretend to have it all together. Never. I can have opinions on other folks' relationships, but I will always tell you mine ain't been no walk in the park either. So let's be real about it. Mine ain't been no walk in the park either. Okay? At all. So yeah, it's okay to have standards, but you gotta sometimes meet people where they are. And Caston doesn't live the same life that you live. He's a dentist, he's an everyday man. You're not. You are in the industry that demands a whole lot up out of you. So I don't know. I don't know. Let me see. Everyone should have standards. However, you should never base your standards solely on superficial shit. That's what most people do now, and that is a fact. Um, Mariah Lynn and Rich argue about public image. Mariah feels away because she's been with Rich for 10 years, on and off. He's never claimed her publicly. He's been on live with girls in his face. He's done a lot of creep shit to her. And at this point, it's like, what am I supposed to do at this point? Like, I'm always being there for you. I'm always doing this. I'm always doing that. Trying to be down for you. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, so what's up? What are we doing? My thing with that is, because I can see it from her point of view. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, I've been through a lot of stuff with men, okay? I've been through a lot of stuff with men, so I have a whole lot to give on this topic when it comes down to this show. I've been with men that did not claim me. Let's be honest. I am not ashamed of telling none of my stories. I've been with a man that did not claim me. I was a man's doormat before. I told his story many a times. In the year 2014, I dated a man who pursued me, running behind me. I wasn't even trying to talk to this man. He was running up behind me. He wanted to be in my space. He wanted to talk to me. I didn't even want to talk to him, but he ran up behind me. So therefore, him running up behind me, thank you for the super chat. Him running up behind me, I gave him a chance. And when I gave him a chance, he wooed me, drew me in, only for him to take me out on a date and be engaged a week after the date. So that means you was already dating somebody the entire time you was trying to pursue me and you taking me out on dates. Because after our very first date, because we had been talking for 2 months. So after our very first date, you decide that you're going to get engaged the next week. Seriously? Where they do that at? Where they do that at? That's where the self-esteem stuff started with me. That's when I started thinking I was ugly. That's when I started thinking that I just wasn't it. Like, it was terrible. My self-esteem was so low during that time because I could not believe that a man would do something like that to me. To me. I ain't been nothing but genuine, been nothing but a real ass nigga to you, been honest about my past. Told you that I had bad experiences with men. Told you all about my troubled past with men. Only for you to go and turn around and do the same thing that I told you not to do to me. So at this point, you are fucking up my self-esteem. Now I think I'm not desirable. Now I think I'm ugly. Now I think I don't have nothing to offer. Now I think I'm beneath you now. That's how it comes across to me. Period. So then, yeah, so he got engaged on me. I told the story so many times, so I don't mind telling you. He got engaged. No one ever knew that we was talking. He got engaged. Guess what? It was over with within a month. And guess what happened? He came back to me. He cried. He was crying, y'all. The nigga cried, playing on my emotions and shit. And I took him back because I felt so sorry for him. And he apologized. And I know that I disappointed you. And I know I did this to you. And I know I did that to you. And I know I made you feel this way. And I know I made you feel that way. And I know that what your past was. And I did the same thing the other guys did. You think? But you did it on a whole nother level. So we started back talking. He took me out on another date. Great date, great gentleman. Guess what? After the date, he was acting funny with me. Like, he was acting funny with me after that. So I knew something was wrong. I look up, I'm at a club with my friend. Him and his ex-boyfriend. Guess what? The ex-boyfriend is one of my best friends now. Ain't this funny? We dated the same man and now we're best friends. But at the time, his ex at the time, who's now my best friend now, they was at the club together, and guess what they were doing? Announcing that they were engaged and back together. Not a second engagement in 2 months. In 2 months, and you do this to me again. And I was sitting in that club like, bitch, you have got to be kidding me. Are you serious right now? You have got to be kidding me in this bitch. You got to be kidding me, honey. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. You really gonna do this to me in front of people? Granted, no one knew about me and you, but this is what you do. You gonna sit there and do that. Then you had the nerve to slither your ass over here by me, invited me to your birthday party. Why the fuck would I go to your birthday party? You just sit up there and announce that you engaged to a whole nother man yet again right in front of my face. That lasted for 2 months. The boy left him. He called me again crying. I felt so bad for him. Cause he was bawling, like he was crying, like crying. And I felt so sorry for him. And I consoled him. And I was on the phone and I consoled him. And because I didn't have it in my heart to rain on his parade. That's the only thing. I didn't have it in my heart to rain on his parade. Like, I am not that type of person. Even when you do something to me, I still got a heart. So I didn't rain on his parade. Like, I didn't laugh at his pain or nothing like that. Even though I feel like when he did what he did to me, he probably laughed at my pain for the shit that he did to me. So it's kind of like, who knows? So I didn't laugh at him. And that's just my heart. I couldn't do it. So we was good after that. Like, I wasn't pursuing him at this point in time. I really wasn't. But we were just cool. Like, we was talking every day, texting every day. Like, he was checking. Like, we were just cool friends at this point. I was forgiven. But then my birthday came and he wanted to take me on a trip. And he took me on a trip where I didn't have to pay for anything. He bought my clothes. He paid for the hotels. He paid for all the meals. I didn't have to do anything. He did it all for me. It was a nice trip. He took me on a 3-day vacation. It was a nice trip. Nice trip. Great time. But at that point, he got back in my ear with this whole I want to be with you shit again. And I fell for it again. So when we came back from the trip, he started acting funny again. The calls were less. The text messages were less. If I text him at 10 a.m., he don't text me back till 11 p.m. because he was busy. But he posted on Facebook all day. So I'm just like, So it was crazy. And then it just went to hell. Guess what happened? He was engaged for a third time. And I was like, not three times. Are you serious? And that was the moment where my self esteem went all the way down. So when I look at Mariah Lynn and Rich, I think about their relationship or situationship, whatever the fuck that was. I sit back and I think about that because it's like that was probably the most humiliating time in my life. That was so humiliating. And I felt like I was like, it's just I don't know. It was just crazy to me, and I could not believe that I allowed myself to be a doormat like that for all the months. So it was kind of crazy how he did all that to me, and then when he did that to me, and I didn't want to have nothing to do with him, I was the bad guy. Narcissist, not like just a straight up narcissist. It was crazy. So this man got engaged on me three times with over the course of 8 months with three different men, and then not too long after that, they got married and got divorced a year later. And the husband hated my guts. I don't know why he hated me because I didn't want his man anymore. His man was sending me nudes and stuff while they were together, but whatever. But other than that, I mean, what was the point? What was the purpose? So I look at Mariah Lynn and I think about that situation. I didn't mean to make this whole review about me because I was talking about me for the last 5 or 10 minutes, but I know how it feels when you really love somebody and they don't even claim you, but expect you to do so much for them and they don't even do anything for you but make you look like a fool. Trust me, I understand. Um, what was I at? Lyrica can't forgive A1. And it's pretty obvious that she can't forgive him, and it's pretty obvious that she doesn't want to forgive him. And that's just the real spiel. She don't want to forgive A1. And that's okay. She ain't got to forgive him. But I just think that I don't know. You got to forgive a person for you. A lot of times, people tell us to forgive people, and we don't want to do it because we think we're doing it for the next person, but we're not really doing it for the next person. We're doing it for ourselves, and it's pretty clear that Lyrica still holds a lot of hurt and resentment towards him. So that's really what that is. Lynn Tola comes out, she calls out everybody for being in their rooms all day, not mixing and mingling, not doing anything. That's what that turns into. And baby, she was not playing with them. So K Michelle gives Mariah Lynn some advice. And I saw some people on Twitter getting mad because K Michelle was giving out advice, but I didn't see nothing wrong with her giving Mariah Lynn any type of advice because if you really think about it, K Michelle has gone through what Mariah Lynn has gone through. She's dated a man or men that didn't want to claim her. She dated That's the worst thing about it. When you're dealing with someone and they don't even claim you, like they don't let the world know that they fuck with you. And my thing is, if you can't let the world know that you fuck with me, then we don't need to be together. Period. At all. It's crazy. Like, not only that, like I've dated men that cheated on me. Like not the last one. The one before that, he cheated on me and I was paying bills and giving him money for gas and helping him out when he was going through his worst time. And at that time I was going through my own horrible moment financially, but still helping him out, and I still got cheated on. It don't matter what you do for people, they would still find a way to go out and betray you. It don't even matter. They would still do it. So at the end of the day, it's all about finding your worth and knowing what your worth is. Because at this point, at the age of 33, I know what the fuck my worth is and what it needs to be. When I was dealing with that bullshit with that dude getting um getting engaged three times and stuff, I was 25. I didn't know no better. I was still still looking for love in the wrong places and the wrong men. And when that other situation happened with me, I had just turned 30. And I think that relationship fucked me up even more mentally. And I don't trust people like that. So when it come down to trusting people, I don't. I always find myself looking for the worst. That's just what it is. And that's not a mentality to have. But I feel like I be trying to protect myself when it comes down to things like that. So I know what I deserve and what I want, and I would never put myself in no predicaments like that again, where I'm somebody's doormat, where I can sit around and take the pain for 3 engagements, or I can sit there and give my all to a person and still get cheated on. That ain't gonna never happen to me again. The moment I see something like that going on, I'm out the door. I'm out the door. Period. Can't happen to me again. Because the nigga know his worth now, so it ain't gonna work. But what was really odd was K Michelle and Gangsta Boo um arguing with each other about some 12-year-old bullshit. Who knew that they even had a beef? And K Michelle don't want to talk about it. Gangsta Boo looking for her, trying to talk about it. You know, she's like a dog with a bone. She don't want to let it go. K Michelle got to pretend like she talking to Lyrica and A1 because she don't want to talk to Gangsta Boo. So it's just like, it's weird as hell to me. Like, I just don't know. It was weird. That whole thing with Kate and Gangsta Boo was weird. And I hope we don't have to see that again for the remainder of the season. That shit was fucking weird. But it was funny when she said Gangsta Boo is breathing down my neck like a dungeon dragon. Now that shit was fucking funny, okay? That was funny as hell. K Michelle is just funny anyway, though. She funny. And people don't like her, but she funny. And that's it. That's it. And that's that on that, for real. And facts on facts. But that's pretty much all I really had for Marriage Boot Camp. Like, it was a good episode, but it really wasn't nothing that was so chaotic that I had to talk about like that. But I do appreciate this episode because it made me reflect on my old relationships and the things that I went through in my past as a man looking for love in all the wrong places and all that other stuff. But I know what I am now, and I know that I know what I deserve. And what's really funny to me is that a lot of these guys that I used to date, they see me coming up in a sense. Like, they see me on Instagram, they see me posting stuff about my platform and the things that I got going on, and now they want to be out my ass now. Like, like it's like you see me with a platform that's growing. You see me with some new teeth, and now you want to and beautiful skin, and now you want to try to talk to me again. No, ma'am. It ain't gonna happen. No, ma'am. I ain't doing it. 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 Period. It ain't gonna happen. All right? It's not gonna happen. However, before we get up out of here, let's get into what I got coming up on the Scotty by Nature TV brand. I know most of y'all asses is finna get the hell up out of here before I even go there, but let's get into what I got coming up. Let's get into it. Okay, and the Whether You Like It or Not panel will be back on May the 2nd, okay? And it will be coming out at 9:30, 8:30 Central Time, and it will be starring Scotty by Nature TV, Giving You the Real Tea, Josiah's World TV, Yocrates, Really Be TV, and Simply Sakina, okay? Brandy won't be joining us as she originally was. Like I told you guys before, she got some things going on in her personal life, so she's going to be taking a break from YouTube for a while. But as I told her, she's always welcome to come back. The door is open. It ain't closed. The door is open for her to come back, okay? So when she's ready to come, she will be there, okay? So, also, me and House of Aaron was talking, and he was interested in being one of the guest panelists this season for the Whether You Like It or Not panel. So, I'm definitely excited about that. And, you know, Reggie will be back as a pop-up guest for for the Whether You Like It or Not panel as well. And I'm looking into some other females to be guest panelists too, because we got two males already, and we already got only two females on the panel. So I want to get like another female panelist as a guest, and we're gonna see what we're gonna do with that. Okay, so be on the lookout for that. The Influence with Reggie and myself. We just filmed our very first episode for The Influence today. Literally like 3 hours ago, we filmed the very first episode for The Influence, and The Influence will be coming out on April the 16th on Saturday mornings at 10:30, 9:30 Central Time. Okay, and then we got Who Was Wrong. Who Was Wrong is coming out April the 17th. April the 17th with at 10:30 Eastern Time, 9:30 a.m. Central Time every Sunday morning, and it will be featuring Jamie That's Me, Bundy Blue, Erica De Niro, Alex Salter, Make It Make Sense, Melanated Crowns. Oh God, there's so many people. Gigi with the Jews, Terrence. It's so many different people. So be on the lookout for Who Was Wrong. That's definitely coming out. Y'all are just going to badger me with this Rodney stuff. Y'all want me and Rodney to work together so bad, but y'all don't even realize we worked together before now, you guys. Now we worked together. He came on a Boys Night Out panel with us last season. He did. And I actually reached out to Rodney to be a part of Who Was Wrong. Anytime I want to do something, I always reach out to Rodney. But I don't know how else to get in contact with Rodney. Rodney don't be seeing his DMs like that. Like, he's not a DM checker like that. So I don't know how else to get in contact with him. So if y'all want me to work with him, y'all got to tell him that. Because there is I sent him a DM to work on Who Was Wrong, but I had a schedule and I had to get it out. So when I ain't get when he ain't see it right then, I said, let me go ahead and find somebody else, child. But if I do a second leg, he's definitely welcome to do it. And I've been trying to get him to do the Whether You Like It or Not panel for the longest. So it's really up to him. The ball is in his court. Scotty's door is always open because I love Rodney. I'm a big fan of Rodney's point blank, period. He's always welcome on my platform, period. Okay. But I don't know what it is. Y'all love to see me and Rodney work together. But I love Rodney, so it's always the door is always open for us to come together and work on some things. So depending on how Who Was Wrong do this time for the first time, depending on how it does, I will bring it back for a second leg. Honestly, okay. What else is going on? We got the Bad Boys LA panel with me, myself, and not me, myself, me, Jamar, and Maddie, where we discuss Bad Boys LA every Monday night at 8, 7 Central. And you guys already know about Roast to Review every Wednesday with me, Josiah, and Terrence, where we roast to review Candy and the Gang and Love and Marriage Huntsville. Everybody be on the lookout for that every Wednesday. It will be on Terrence's page next week, okay? So be on the lookout, okay? Somebody said Erica De Niro and Rodney would be dope. Erica actually told me when we was filming Who Was Wrong, Erica actually told me that she would not mind coming on the panels here and there on the Whether You Like It or Not panel. So I'm going to follow that up with her when it come down to that. It's a lot of people that I want to see do the Whether You Like It or Not panel with us. It's a lot of people. But I'm working. I'm starting to develop. Before, I'm just gonna let you guys know this too. Before I go, I'm starting to develop another show. As you guys already know, we got The Influence and Who Was Wrong coming out next weekend. So that's coming out. But I'm developing a new show, and it's going to be an interview-based show where I interview up and coming, young and fresh and new YouTubers. It's probably gonna be like 10 episodes like these other two shows are. And it's a couple of YouTubers that I wanna talk to, like B Sting or J Dub. It's some others that commented on the post that I made. It's a couple of people that I do wanna talk to, pick their brains, for 20 to 30 minutes or whatever, just get them, bring some awareness to them, as well as have you guys check them out or whatever. So that's my thing. I might have Brandon up here, Aaron Wiles out. It's so many different young and fresh new YouTubers out there that I feel needs to be seen, and I want them to be great. So I'm developing it now. I haven't made my final decision on whether or not I'm gonna do it. But I think that would be a good idea for me to bring newer YouTubers on my platform and talk to them about their influences and who made them want to do YouTube and things of that nature. So we're gonna do that. I'm trying to figure out when I'm gonna do it. It's gonna have to be after Who Was Wrong and the influence is over. You know what I mean? And maybe after the influence is over, because the influence is now at 7 episodes versus 10. So I probably need to get it. I don't have a title for this particular show yet, so I got to figure out a title and all this other stuff. Okay, so yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Hey, Rakisha, that's pretty much it. And guess what, y'all? I just got to tell y'all this, y'all. Thank you guys for all of the support that you guys have been giving me. Honestly, thank you for the support, because bitch, I am halfway to 32K already, halfway there. Thank you guys for all the support. Thank you guys for loving on me. Thank you guys for giving me a chance. Just thank you guys for all of that. I definitely appreciate everything that you guys bring and give to me. Definitely appreciate it. So if you guys watch TTB, I should be on his panel tonight, because I do have to work tomorrow, but it's gonna be late in the day, so I can get up there and be up there for as long as I feel like it. So if you watch TTB, I'll be over there tonight. So with that being said, you guys, this was my review on Marriage Boot Camp. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe to my channel, click the notification bell so you can be notified when the video drops. And also, if you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter and my IG will be down below, and it's also in the chat, because Sheikah Vunt is putting it out there. Okay. So with that being said, you guys, I'm out of here until my next video. I'll holler at y'all later, y'all. Peace out.